Hey, welcome to a new video on Luck Academy. The Earth on which we live has existed for a very long time and used to be inhabited by giant animals. The fact that we still have a lot of places to explore could suggest that there still might be creatures out there that we haven't seen before and maybe still exist. We'll leave it up to you whether you believe these creatures exist or not. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Before we start, also like the video. Number 15. In this video, uploaded in July of 2008, we see a strange monster or animal that I have never seen before. According to the man who had filmed it, this would have been a hodag. A hodag is known in American folklore as a carnivorous beast with spines on its back. This monster is said to have been first discovered in 1893 in the wooded areas of Rhinelander, a town in the American state of Wisconsin. The beast had the head of a frog, the face of an elephant, and huge claws like a dinosaur, and a long tail and spines on its back. It would have taken the group of local people hours to catch it. The photo with the story was even reported in a newspaper. The hodag could be as long as 6 feet 2 inches or 2 meters and had a terrible, dirty smell. According to some people, it would still wander around in the deep woods. Number 14. The following footage is said to have been filmed in November of 2016. We see a giant creature moving in the sky above Beijing, China. According to the original uploader, Section 51, this event has been suppressed by the Chinese authorities. No media outlet was allowed to talk about it, and even the international news didn't pick it up. The giant creature doesn't seem to be aggressive, but Chinese researchers think it might be of extraterrestrial origin. According to these researchers, extraterrestrials would use part of China as their base. Looking at the footage, we see multiple military helicopters circling around the giant thing. What do you think this could have been? It's quite possible this is a digital animation created to scare people, but what if it was an alien threat? Number 13. The next creature on this list is Siren Head, a humanoid creature with a strange appearance and 2 speakers on its head from which sounds can come out. The creature's become especially popular in the last few months, with several people who have seen the creature all over the world. If you hear this sound of Siren Head, you better run away. In some cases, the sound is so loud that it can damage your hearing, so Siren Head can be very dangerous. Because in addition to the sound it produces through the speakers on its head, it can also camouflage itself and mimic sounds in order to lure its prey. In March of 2020, a Siren Head had been sighted in Australia. Take a look. Looks pretty creepy, but the movement of his arms and legs is a bit jerky. Maybe the creature had trouble with its legs. Who knows? The man who managed to capture it wouldn't believe it either and ran off quickly after shooting the footage. Number 12. In this video, we see a giant spider-like alien climbing a building somewhere in the southwest of Russia. The man woke up in the early morning, and when he looked out the window, he saw something walking around in the bushes below him. And this is what he captured: a huge arachnid monster with 4 long legs. When the video was uploaded for the first time, many viewers were scared and thought this might be an invasion by giant spiders. By the way, this is not the only time something like this was caught on camera. In the following video, we see a spider or stick-like creature climbing a building somewhere near the Russian capital Moscow. People who commented think this would be Slender Man. Opinions are divided about this. Although some people believe these creatures really exist, others think it was created using digital animation. Number 11. Now, it's common knowledge that unidentified flying objects are regularly observed in the sky. Many observations later turn out to be natural phenomena, but a small percentage of this remains inexplicable. In the following video, supposedly made in 2016, we see a man looking out his window of the airplane during his flight to Zambia. He sees something in the distance and decides to grab his mobile to film it. At one point, it even seems to come closer, and we can see that it's a giant alien-like creature. I have no idea what this could have been, but it seems to come from another world. But, of course, it could have been fake. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Number 10. Louis checks the mail. Louis Commerchois is getting his mail one sunny day when he suddenly stops and looks around.
Just when you thought you've seen everything.
It's hard to describe, but somehow his surroundings feel different and mysterious. He soon locates the source of his bad feeling after getting onto his hands and knees and peering into the sewer grate. This is what he sees down a long tunnel. A giant alligator looks back at him, its mouth wide open. It lets out a ferocious hiss as a warning sign not to come any closer. The two of them hold eye contact, and then Louis quickly backs away to call the authorities. The alligator was removed shortly thereafter, but Louis will never forget how close he came to having to fight for his survival. It would have been a struggle that he probably would not have won. One more thing. Look closely at the tape. And you'll see a small green ball resting by the alligator. I can't help but wonder if, moments before this recording, a small child or dog went to retrieve the ball and saw that same thing that Louis did. Number 9. The Curious Blob. This footage, taken from a British oil rig, looks fairly normal until a massive monster slowly rises from the depths of the sea. Its shimmering, shapeless body is both mysterious and mesmerizing as it glides across the ocean with a silky stride. The camera person excitedly pans around to keep the beast in their sights, unable to believe what they are witnessing. The formless monster hangs around the rig for a while before losing interest and moving on. When this video first surfaced, most people thought that it had to be part of a whale, but that theory proved incorrect. Scientists said that part of the whale was too nutritious to float around the ocean for very long and that it would be eaten almost immediately. They were eventually able to identify the creature as a giant jellyfish called the deep stary reticulum. Number 8. The largest gator ever. Imagine being on a nature preserve and seeing this scaly monstrosity walk directly in front of your path.
That's positively Florida. Take a look at this. This gator had quite the audience yesterday at Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County. Kim Joyner is sharing this video with us. Thanks, Kim. You can see the gator slowly walking across the grass.
That's exactly what happened to the visitors of the Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County, Florida. Fortunately for them, the alligator seemed to be more concerned with finding water than finding food. The largest Florida alligator on record is a little over 14 feet long, but wildlife resource officials believe that the alligator in this video could be even larger. The only problem is that they are too afraid to get an official measurement, and I honestly can't say that I blame them. Number 7. Leviathan hears a giant. A YouTuber named Leviathan is on a hiking trip when he hears strange noises in the distance. Just when he seriously suspects that he's not alone in the woods, a series of large footprints confirm his suspicions. He now fears for his safety and has already decided to leave when he hears the same noise again, much closer now than before. The predatory call encourages him to make a quick retreat back to civilization. Leviathan still has no idea what was making this noise or exactly how large it was. Number 6. The slimy find. These gigantic slimy mollusks are hunted in the Philippines for their strange shells, which resemble an elephant's tusk and sell for around $200 a piece. Scientists have been finding their hollowed-out shells for years, but only recently did they get their hands on an actual specimen for further study. When they crack it open its shell for a closer look, this is what came slithering out. The 5-foot-long creature flops out of its casing and stinks up the room. It was found in a sulfur-rich mud pool where it had been feasting on putrid bacteria for years. Who knows what else researchers will find at that location. Number 5. The construction worker. Discovery. Construction workers in Brazil were performing a demolition job when they came across the flattened remains of a 33-foot anaconda. If you want to get a better feel for how gigantic this snake is, Just count how many seconds it takes them to film the reptile's entire body. Not much more information about this story is available, but then again, not much more information is required. This is a gigantic snake that, given the opportunity, would have little problem squeezing your ribs until they cracked and making you its next meal. Number 4. Stalked and eaten. If you ever travel to the Indonesian Indo-Knishin Islands, be on the lookout for these 150-pound human hunting lizards. The Komodo dragon has a never-ending appetite that allows them to eat up to 120 pounds in a single meal. In other words, they can eat something that's 180% of their own body weight without much of a problem. They will even eat humans if they become desperate enough for food, which is surprisingly often. They've been known to ambush stray tourists on trails and have even gone after entire villages. In 2007, for example, an 8-year-old boy was hunted by a Komodo dragon. He did not survive. Other famous incidents include a Komodo dragon who ate the top off a person's foot while they were visiting the Los Angeles Zoo. Number 3. I came across the following video several times while doing research on giant creatures. According to some people, this would be the Cthulhu creature, a giant being that lived in the great oceans millions of years ago. So this 2017 video could prove that Cthulhu still exists. But imagine that you see such a gigantic creature appearing in the ocean. Then you would be shocked. I think many more news outlets would have written about this if this creature had been real. Or maybe they wouldn't. Number 2. Slender Man is a character who originated on an internet forum in 2009 as a creepypasta. He is known to have long arms and legs and likes to watch people, especially children. Since then, multiple sightings of Slender Man have occurred, causing people to doubt whether he even existed in real life. In the following video, a British YouTuber tells us that he bought a new bike and wanted to try it out. After a while, we see a tall figure in the background through the field, which looks very much like Slender Man. A car driving by also saw the long figure and warned the boy that something or someone was watching him. At that point, the figure had already disappeared, but when the boy later watched the video footage again, he was shocked. Could this be proof that Slender Man actually exists in real life? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Number 1. King Kong is a giant ape who is said to live on an island along with other prehistoric animals, including dinosaurs. You've probably seen a movie featuring King Kong, but if the following video is to be believed, they would have captured this giant ape on camera in its symbol in real life. We can see a couple taking a selfie together when the monstrous monkey appeared behind a tower. When this happens, everyone naturally begins to run and scream. The monkey is also said to have been captured on several security cameras where you can see him walking through the city. Some people in the comments suggest that the monkey is very well animated, but some wonder why people are running away then if it's fake. What do you think? Could King Kong really exist? Thank you for watching this captivating video on Luck Academy's channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your comments. Stay tuned for more discoveries and see you soon.